welcome to my YouTube channel, Life with Val. Um, it's been a while. I don't have anything the last time I actually posted on my channel was around May, and it is currently August, so that's June, July. 3-month break from YouTube. And I actually think I'm just going to jump straight into it. To be very honest with you guys, I couldn't come back to YouTube. I felt like there's a lot of things that have been going on, and I don't know if I was ready to talk about them. And one thing I strive to do on my channel is always just be like honest and open with my experiences, and I wasn't at that stage just yet. So we're back and I'm trying this out today. Hopefully we get to the end of the video. But yeah, from May, I think I actually just got sick. I got so sick with the flu, and I've almost haven't recovered since then. I still have a little bit of nasal congestion. So that's one of the areas that have kind of been going wrong. But I feel like when it rains and pours, the things just kept on like snowballing after that. Work got lit, life got lit. So yeah, we're here and it's August and a lot has happened. I have actually passed 18 months of being in the UK. And I think maybe I'm going to talk about that a little bit because there's a lot of insight that I feel like I've gotten after living here for 18 months. And now it's how many? Is it 20? Because 18 would be June, July. So almost then 20 months of living in the UK. And I actually can't believe that I've survived this long. And yeah, I think to reflect on the whole process is actually insane. I can't believe that I decided to pack up my life and start over in a foreign country where I knew almost no one, and I was basically starting over from scratch. And to see where my life is now has been the most insane things. To think that I've made new friends, I'm doing new things, like I've discovered so many different aspects about myself. Like that's priceless. And I think I would have actually preferred it if I watched my old video, if I knew I was talking about this. But just to reflect on what a journey it's been and like what I set out to do versus what I have done already is a bit insane. One of my whys, and I think I've always told you guys to hold on to your why when and if you decide to relocate, was to travel. And I've held so true to that. Like I've made sure that I've lived up to the purpose of the purpose in me coming to London and trying this thing out. And it's literally opened my eyes so much. I just finished my second solo trip to Spain. I went to Mallorca and it was such a challenging trip. Like there's so many things that happened behind the scenes. I put a lot of it on my Instagram if you guys want to check that out. But there's like being lost in another country, not being able to speak the language, trying to figure out the transportation, trying to figure out everything, and it's just you on your own again. Like it just made me realize that one, I think I feel like I'm settling in London. And I say that because there was a time, I think in one of my first videos, where I said I spoke to someone and I asked, okay, how long do you think it'll take for you to get settled in a new city? And they told me 18 months. And I couldn't believe it. I felt like it had to be 6 months. It had to be 12 months. But I can honestly say that after 18 months of living here, I think you get a sense of whether it's for you or not. Like, is this the type of life that you want to live? Is this actually for you? Is this what you see for yourself? Is this what you thought it would be? Because I feel like with 18 months, you figure out the homesickness, you find out how to deal with it, or you go home and you deal with it that way, with just being home and being with your people again. But after 18 months, it's no longer this naive idea of what London is supposed to be like. It's no longer the fear of what am I getting into. Now you have familiarity with your surroundings. Now you know how to get home without having to use an app to help you figure out the transport. And I feel like after 18 months, you can really like objectively assess yes or no. Is this for me or not? And I think one of the reasons why I struggled to come and speak about this is just because that's where I'm at. I'm on the fence trying to figure out, is this for me or not? Especially with my 2-year timeline coming up soon and trying to figure out what it is that I actually want to do. So I find myself just asking that question so much, jumping between, no, I want to stay here longer. Yes, I'm done with this place. But I feel like I'm in a better position now to kind of make that assessment versus 3 months into the journey where everything just feels difficult. And I must say that I'm grateful to get to this point of just like, okay, London, I see you, you see me too, okay, what are we doing? How are we gonna make this work? And I feel like that's honestly so comforting as well. In starting over and being so unfamiliar, to finally get familiarity in that foreignness brings a lot of peace. And I think I have a lot of, I'm at ease with living in London. I no longer question why I decided to move. I think now the question is just, do I want to stay? Because for me at least, if I want to stay, I know what I'm staying for. I know what I'm choosing. I'm no longer naive. I've seen how life is here. And I think right now it's just about assessing, is it for me or not? And I don't think there's a conversation I'm ready to have just yet on YouTube, but I just want to say or put it out there that there will be a time where it makes sense. There will be a time where you know what you want. I don't actually know if it's an age thing, but I just feel like solely just based on my experience, maybe where I'm at in my life, I'm able to assess, is this for me or not? And it's also difficult because you've spent 18 months, or for now in my case 20 months, building a new life for yourself, making new friends, finding new hobbies. I have a new community here. I have a routine. And to now think about potentially packing that up and starting over again, it is a bit unsettling. I don't want to lie to you guys. The thought of having to start over is also just like, do I really want to do that? So I've kind of just paused on the question of what do I want to do, and I've kind of just been telling myself, taking it a day at a time, a week at a time, and just holding on and reminding myself why I'm here, what I wanted out of this experience, and is this something I still want? And that's gonna come through in, I guess, all my traveling. Unfortunately, I'm no longer, or how do I say this? I'm not necessarily vlogging them just because I want to be in those moments quite a bit. It's easier for me to take shorter clips than to take like a whole YouTube video. I will try, but I can't promise that I'm going to vlog them. But in those moments, I'm trying to be present. I'm trying to be in those, like, really be in it. And yeah, sticking to my why. I also look at, I wanted to grow as Valencia. I wanted to figure out, who is Valencia? Who do I want Valencia to be? And I look at the person that I am now and I'm just like, wow. Like, I can see that I've matured a lot. I can see that I'm more logical. Like I've actually become a lot more calm, less, I want to say, is it controlling, or I feel like I have an A-type personality. I like order, I like schedules, I like, is it rigid? But I'm less rigid now. Like I'm trying to be more go with the flow, just because I see how being uncomfortable has been all this change, and I'm just like, change happens and sometimes it can be like this and you need to be okay. So I can also just see how I've grown a lot just because of this experience. And I guess reflecting back on it, I actually don't think there's anything I would have changed. There's been a lot of tears, there's been a lot of difficulties along the way, like, damn. I've actually gone back to therapy, just because I think also when you're here, you're in such a space where you're actually vulnerable, and now you actually find out, okay, damn, I haven't dealt with this. I think I need to talk about this again. Like, I want to say it highlights any unhealed or unresolved traumas that you might have or things that you want to deal with. And I would say that I'm grateful for the growth because guys, I've grown a lot. I want to say I grew maybe more rapidly last year than I have now just because of that familiarity, but like there's still certain instances where you're going to grow like this, like things are going to change like this and you're going to adapt. I've learned like I'm great in a crisis management situation where I need to make decisions fast. If it involves money, if I need to chop and change, like I'm up it, I'm on it, so I'm actually also really just grateful for the growth that I've experienced and the person that I'm becoming. And I think that's also another reason why I've struggled to come back to YouTube. It's just, what is it that I want to continue to put out there. I know that people have been watching, for the London experience or just looking at my journey, and I think I've hit a pause in that journey, or again, transitionary, a lot of thinking, a lot of reflection, and yeah, I've been taking you guys along with me, and now it's almost like, am I going to continue taking you guys with me on this part of my life? Or I don't know, just trying to figure out where I'm at. Where am I at with my journey here in London? Where am I at with my journey on YouTube? What is it that I want to stand for? YouTube has been a place where I've been sharing my experiences and very open about the difficulties as well, just in hopes of educating people. But I think now in my confusion, that's where I've been struggling really. But I'm hoping though that I'm coming back. There's a lot of change, a lot of things are just happening. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm now enjoying running. I'm actually genuinely enjoying running. I'm deep in my exercise thing, adding on running. Today I tried yoga. It's giving I'm fit girl. I don't know. There's a lot of things happening, and I guess because I'm also not confused, I'm still learning a lot about myself. We're figuring it out. But I'm hoping that you guys can figure it out with me, and I guess I just wanted to share where I'm at, what's been happening, what I've been thinking about, and what you might be thinking about when you do get to 18, 20 months of your London experience. So yeah, I guess that's kind of all that I wanted to say, kind of catch up with you guys, let you know what's happening, let you know where I'm at. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I will try to get to them. And I'm hopefully going to see you guys soon. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share. This channel has continued to grow and I'm actually so grateful for you guys because I went MIA and it's still growing and I'm so thankful. So thank you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!